just found my assignment. You don't have to apologize to anybody. Just do it. Do your purpose. Do your assignment.
Speaking powerful words, or the words we speak. And I remember one day working in a high-rise in Miami, and a young man would come. Well, he was in his 40s, I believe, and about between 5:30 and 6 in the morning to deliver papers to the residents in the condominium that I was working for. And my job was to make sure the residents got their mail, the guests were processed, the visitors were processed, making things run smooth when the management was away, handling problem situations all around you all the time. You had to be very proactive to actually work this job. And some things management didn't know that we did at night, that we would go out of our way, at least I did, to make sure things ran smooth and there was not a lot of chaos. However, I met a young man coming to deliver papers in the morning between 5:30 and 6 a.m. and I would speak to him as he would pass my desk and say, "Good morning, how are you?" in a very enthusiastic, loud voice. His response was, "It's going to be a bad day. I just know it's going to be a bad day." And he would go up the elevator, deliver his papers, come down probably about 20 minutes, between 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes he was faster. And he would come back past me, and I would tell him, "Have a nice day." I kept my same attitude no matter what his response was. I kept my same attitude. "How are you? Good morning." And have a nice day. So one day he slowed down. He had a little time before he left the building, and he would come and talk to me. And he began to ask me questions and wonder why I was so enthusiastic, why I was so motivated. You work at night. Why you're not tired, why you're not drained, why you're not sleepy, and your attitude seems to stay the same. You notice I was doing a lot of reading, researching, studying, and at that time in the morning you kind of want to be creative, and I would have a lot of my drafts and charts laid out on my desk. He would stop and look and ask me questions. I was in that building probably maybe 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. And before I left, his whole attitude had changed. I would speak to him when he would come in, and I would say, "Good morning, how are you?" His whole attitude had changed. "I'm fine. It's going to be a wonderful day. God is good." And I was looking and wondering, look at this. And his wife would help him deliver papers in the morning. He told me a story. Excuse me. He told me a story that when he was in high school, he kind of messed around with drugs and stuff, and I think he dropped out. And he worked 7 days a week delivering paper, and he says that he regrets that he didn't do well. But he wants to do well. He wants to do better. His poor wife would come in with him delivering papers, and sometimes she would come in looking sad. And I was wondering if he has to be saying negative words to her. So I remember coming out from behind my desk, and I gave her a hug. And she began to cry, and she said, "Thank you. I needed that." I'm a very small guy, and this was a big lady. And she was saying for me to pray for her husband. And after a while, after him talking to me and me trying to speak to him, say encouraging words, his whole life began to change. His attitude began to change. His wife came in one day and said, "Thank you. Thank you. My husband is turning. He's not yelling as much. He's being respectful, and he's very encouraged. Thank you. Whatever you said to him, thank you so much." So diversity too. Your words have power. Your words makes a difference. Your speaking powerful words to people can transform them. Remember, the judge came past my desk, and I said good morning to him with a loud, enthusiastic voice. And he just stopped and slowly turned and looked at me. This is very unusual. It's 2 in the morning. Why are you so excited? I just asked him, so how you feeling? And he paused and he said, I don't know. But that's a good question. I don't know. And went on the elevator and went home. I remember one time I was sitting at my desk here again, the night shift, and all kind of things happen, situations, problem solving. I made sure I kept my tools in my trunk, jumper cables, because things happen. We had to make sure that parking lot did not get clogged up. We had one building had a parking garage where the driveway curved all the way up. We could not afford to have vehicles stuck in the driveway, blocking residents coming from home. Some of them were lawyers, doctors, policemen, and we could not have traffic backed up. There was what we called a rover that would work with me on the night shift. Actually, on each shift, there was a person that was called a rover, and he would go around, execute commands to go and take care of situations. Because your job was to actually maintain that front desk and stay there. But sometimes I would have to call him or her to sit there while I go and take care of the issue if they could not handle it. So one time a young man came up and the rover came to me and said, we have an issue in the parking lot, someone's stuck in the driveway, their brakes are locked. I thought, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with this one? But I was able, what happened was they ended up backing up out the driveway into the adjacent lot, and the car was just stuck there. So I called my friend to sit at my desk while I go and see if I could resolve this situation, which I did. Went out. It was kind of dark. It was at nighttime, but I was able to take those brakes. He actually had purchased some, but he hadn't put them on yet. Take those old brakes off. I had to knock them off and put new ones on. He was able to go back into the building and park the vehicle. Problem solved. I'm having the skill to do that and doing it very fast and straight to the point and no hassle, and that solved that problem. Speaking powerful words to people, I mean, you will gain so many friends. And when you're not there, they're asking about you. Where are you? I missed you yesterday. Or I need to talk to you. I have a question. And sometimes people will come to me for counseling. They're like, I'm not a counselor. Why are you bothering me? Say, no, but I believe you got my answer. They mail and process their gas, visitors, maintenance, whatever's going on around them. So one day, a young black student came up at my desk to get her mail. And I began to converse with them, and I found out that she was studying to be a lawyer. So I said to her, your parents must spend a lot of money for you to do that. Her response to me was, I am paying my own way. And I thought that was so amazing. I was so impressed with her. I mean, paying my own way.